That's right, man.
Oh my, you're so sexy.
That's right, you sexy girl.
Oh, would you come a little closer?
Ma.
So maybe I can touch ya.
Yeah.
Ooh, mommy, you're so sexy. Wanna know about Breeze?
Wanna know about Breeze? Wanna know about
Oh, would
Breeze?
you come a little closer? So maybe I can love ya.
That's right, girl.
Ooh, mommy, you're such a lady. Let's start a family.
Start a family, girl. Go ahead, get mad while I'm blowing your back out. It's a new season, team. I'm in the game and I'm back like Stackhouse. More smart than LeBron James. I'm the king, hater, mockingbirds and diamond rings. American Idol. It's what Simon says, not what Simon sings. Would I still be your man, girl, if I ain't get you no bling? Told you when you met me first time that you is my dream. You my ace in the hole, 8 ball in the pocket, and the boys stay clean like I'm B.A. Baracus, and I'm rolling with 18. I'm good with a 6 shooter, while most of y'all gon' need 18. Be mad at your girl, homie. Don't dare hate me. It's your fault, man, that you ain't been home lately. And your girl been acting strange lately. She done it before, so nigga, it ain't me.
Oh, would you come a little closer?
That's right.
So maybe I can touch ya. Ooh, mommy, you're so sexy. Wanna know about Breeze?
Wanna know about Breeze? Wanna know about Breeze?
Oh, would you come a little closer?
Yeah.
So maybe I can love ya.
Yeah,
Ooh, mommy, you're such a lady. Let's start a family.
Family, girl. New York,
Oh,
Virginia.
start a family.
Yeah, that's right, girl.
Yeah.
Gather, huh? Yeah, little homie mad cause he wasn't the first to take a turn. Just be lucky nigga wasn't the first to get burned. And don't trip my, cause that nigga wasn't gonna be there in the end. Cause when he met you, he was looking at you and your girlfriend. And girlfriend, listen, come on nigga please. Give him something girl to put his mind at ease. Down south got tricks and they still rockin' short sleeves. Move over, come on girl, get closer. Come on. Come on, girl, get closer. I'm hot for that ass. I'm hot for that ass.
Ooh, yeah, I remember you. Do you remember me? Remember playing at the sandbox, popping those pop rocks up and down on the seesaw, merry-go-round. Ashes to ashes, we all gon' fall down. Climb up the slider board, we all take a free fall. I remember you. Do you remember me? I remember you. Do you remember me? I remember you. Do you remember me? I remember you. Do you remember?
Remember Transformers, Hasbro, G.I. Joe, Tyco, racing tracks, I'ma take you back. Turn back the clock, sit back and watch Air Raiders crash through my Lego blocks. Lego, my ego pops. I heard Mikey die for drinking Coca-Cola and eating those pop rocks. Jump rope, how to go get it in hopscotch. Tic-tac-toe or connect the dots. We were so young, we even wanted to be cops. Where did we go from there? Now they run up in that crib like the Thundercats did Mumra's there. But they ain't find Mumra there. Hustling, picking their baskets for Yogi Bear. Boo-boo, get the champagne, pop the cork. Heard the Smurf blocks, got shot up by the snorks. It was the hobbits that ratted out the orcs. Now they got the mighty Thor going up through court. Voltron, Go Box, the War Report, Lincoln Laws. We all went and built our forts. Super soakers often run out of ammunition. Visionaries, a Pokemon for Christmas. I had a gun and Robotech on my wish list. Special Ed Cat said, man, you must be on a mission. That's a lot of Play-Doh, spit through long division. Under the waves, Aquaman on a mission. Here under the sea, Sebastian the Crab was holding the key. He said, who the fuck knew the Fantastic Four was fucking with police? Should they cook up the raw, then they give it to me. Acting like a fish that's out of the sea. Started twitching, bitching and snitching. Astro Boy, man, he's the real OG. Him and SpongeBob SquarePants make $500,000 every week. You know?
Playing Skelly in the skateboard park and also jump tag until it got dark. We used to love that till the gun spark, till they bust back, no one was hurt. Throwing sand from the sandbox and pebbles from the dirt. By the seesaw, standing in our b-boy stance, rocking shell top Adidas, flat tops and afros, Sega Genesis, Thelma and Louise, while fiddling around asking Selma for a squeeze. Macaroni and cheese, rice with mustard greens, Volvo, Land Cruisers and MPVs, Reverend Run, DMCs, listening to Karis One and Lil C's, 106 in Park with AJ and Free. Do you remember this? Bell bottoms and penny loafers, pimped out suits chilling on leather sofas. Like Van Damme, all of us are universal soldiers.
I
Remember you. Yeah. Remember me.
playing at the sandbox,
Popping those pop rocks.
Ashes to ashes, we all gon' fall down. Climb up the slider ball, we all take a free fall. I remember you.
Do you remember me? What it do, y'all? It's your boy Breeze Omega. Omega, that's Breeze. We are in here for Tuesday's Troll. What's going on? Hope everybody out there is being blessed. I see my young gunner, my young boy, my young homie, young Riaz, aka the Drip King, is in the house. How are y'all doing? Let me get to the first few stories, and I could drop the link for my boy to come on up. How y'all doing, man? As we can see what's going on out here in the world, um, in LA, all these riots. I'm gonna call them what they are, riots. This is not a protest. You know, you got some areas being held hostage by the cartels and the gang members. And yeah, I'm not just gonna sit here and play like that ain't what's really going on. We know for well, hold on, man. I don't know what the hell was going on. What the hell, yo? Hello. What the hell, yo? Like, hold on. Let me fix this. It's like, damn, once graduation start kicking in, boy, the scammers start coming out. But salute, I'm glad you amazing, young Riaz. I am glad you are amazing, little homie. We in here, we gonna get to these stories because y'all seen what was going on. And this is what I want to say again. Because not only did I see Mexicans defame and destroy the mural of Kobe Bryant and his little daughter Gigi, but y'all not racist, right? Mexicans, y'all keep playing like you're not racist, but you keep doing racist shit. Um, there's even video where I seen Mexicans calling a black officer, peace officer, calling him the N word. They not calling the white officers honkies, crackers, or nothing that, but they single out a black police officer and start calling him the N word. So Mexicans, I'ma say this: fuck y'all, fuck your burritos, fuck your tacos. I make better tacos than Mexicans anyway. The only Mexicans that I fear when it comes to making tacos, burritos, or any type of Mexican street food is like an old Mexican grandma. I give an old Mexican grandma her props. I give her props because old Mexican grandmas, at least they decent. And I ain't never really heard them say it, but I'm pretty sure all of them believe in Meta la Raza, which means to lighten up the race. They don't want to be. They want to forget those black uh abuelas they got and all that shit. They want to hide and get away from that. They want to try to be like white people. And oh, you gonna do that? Okay, young Riaz, we're gonna be talking about that. But yeah, y'all sitting out here, y'all showing y'all true colors. And when I saw y'all destroy Kobe Bryant and his daughter's mural, that's what let me know.
The hell with y'all. Because my brother Kobe Bryant had nothing but love for the Mexican population. You know, all you motherfuckers talking about, well, he cheated on his wife. Nigga, any woman can get cheated on. Bitch, your shit ain't that hot. You only as safe as your man is with his options, ladies. So that's no reason for a bunch of Mexicans to tell me that's why they destroyed Kobe Bryant's mural. Matter of fact, Kobe Bryant's wife is lucky she don't look like most of you Mexican women. Barrel shaped, looking like a garbage can with legs. That's what a lot of y'all look like. Y'all shaped like garbage cans with legs. That's right, young Riaz. Look, I'm gonna give it up. If you down, you down. If you not, I'm not fucking with you. And from what I'm seeing right now, makes me say I ain't fucking with no Mexicans. Mexicans prefer to be around white people, so let them. Let the white people keep knocking them. When they in jail, they prefer to be around white people. When they on the streets, they prefer white people. So let them keep getting knocked in the head until they realize that white people ain't gonna ever let they stupid 4 foot 2 inch ass ever climb up on a. That's right. Tired of y'all. I don't even be talking about your burrito eating ass, your bean eating ass. I don't be saying send the beaners back down to Mexico. I don't never be saying that. But I feel like that now after everything I saw, after I saw the way y'all talk to black police officers. Y'all didn't have that smoke for white police officers. Y'all didn't have that smoke for Latino or the Asian police officers. But as soon as y'all saw one brother, y'all start calling him the N word. Yeah, I already know that, young Riaz, but I'm just saying, to hell with it all. If y'all gonna be like that, well, be like that all the way. Stop playing in our face. Stop being on TikTok talking about, hey, Holmes, you fuckers. Why won't you come help us, you fuckers? You figure it out. Like I said, y'all go sing Frijoles Overcome. Not we shall overcome. Go sing Frijoles Overcome. And hold your own motherfucking nuts. Because we ain't doing it no more. Black people are taking our time off because since we shouldn't get our reparations the way all y'all people talk, let yourselves put in the work. Get your abuela out there. Get your mi hermanos. Get everybody out there. Get all your family out there. And y'all get out there and get beat up by those rubber bullets and get shot, tased, and blown the hell up. Black people ain't going for it. We not doing this. None of y'all people was talking about y'all was out there with Black Lives Matter. Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. You people was out there trying to get whatever y'all could get, and whenever a riot broke out. Notice last night all those looting, all that looting, and pay attention. The white stream media didn't even call y'all looters. The media did not even call them looters the way they call us looters. The hell with y'all, man. Let's get into these stories. Drop these 3 stories and I'm going to drop that link for my boy Riaz. Let's listen to what this Chicano brother got to say.
Let me get this straight, just so I could clarify it. You don't want to go back to Mexico. You're protesting to stay away from Mexico. But you're waving the Mexican flag and you're waving it with pride. You're waving it in the United States, the country you're trying to stay in, the country you don't want to leave. But yet you're waving the Mexican flag with pride. Okay. That seems normal to you? That seems logical? That's not stupid at all? None of that's stupid. All right. You guys are an embarrassment to the Mexican culture and to the United States culture. You guys are an embarrassment to everybody around you. and you should be ashamed of yourself. Do better. Let me get this straight, just so I could clarify it. You don't want to go back to Mexico. You're protesting to stay away from Mexico. But you're waving the Mexican flag and you're waving it with pride. You're waving it in the United States, the country you're trying to stay in, the country you don't want to leave. But yet you're waving the Mexican flag with pride. Okay. That seems normal to you? That seems logical? That's not stupid at all? None of that's stupid. All right. You guys are an embarrassment to the Mexican culture and to the United States culture. You guys are an embarrassment to everybody around you, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Do better.
I check with our water right now, so hold on. They don't want us to talk about this and show who these people really are, though. That's right, young Riaz. That's right. Look, these people, the way I see it right now, there's two types of Mexicans. There's the Mexicans who stay in Mexico and do good Mexican shit and stand on their business and ain't afraid of the cartel. And then there's all you corny, scary, cowardly Mexicans who flee to America, who want to be like white people because you're afraid of the goddamn cartels and you're cowards. Y'all are cowards. You ain't trying. Y'all not trying to run to no goddamn deal with no cartel. That's why your bitch ass is here. That's a fact, young Riaz. And as this dude just said, this chulo just said, y'all motherfuckers is weird. And black people, be careful. They're going to start the same way they did matter. You're going to see weird Negroes start popping up and appearing. Black people. Go one of them right here, yo. Y'all better be careful. There's going to be weird Negroes start speaking for the black populace. Pay attention.
Remember, I said beware these niggas that just pop up out of nowhere. Look at that nigga hairline. I don't know who this nigga is, but I'm pretty sure he been paid to be out there. I don't know who that nigga is. Look at that hairline. Get that nigga out of here. I don't know who this nigga is. Black people don't be fucking down there. I don't know who this goofy nigga is.
Yeah, so as I said, I saw that they already starting to make they got weird Negroes that we don't know who they are starting to pop out here acting like they're speaking for the black community. This is the same way DeRay McKesson. This is the same way they brought DeRay McKesson with Black Lives Matter. So black people, be careful. Do not fall for the trick again, man. Do not fall. They'll take away your whole energy from what you out there for. That's why we not out there. That's how I know this person is not a foundational black American, because the message been sent across all the boards, everybody. I done told my aunties, my little nephews, cousins, all of them, don't be out here fucking with these people. And that's what it is. Young Riaz, what it do, my boy?
Hey man, I'm doing good. How are you doing? I'm Doing good, alhamdulillah. Hope you enjoyed your day, though. I'm doing good, though, man. I see what you mean on the previous video, though. That's how you know how I know, though, their own people, both sides, though, their own people don't claim them, though. You know how I know? Because it's similar to me, though. You actually know that basically I would never truly be accepted on both sides, though. Sometimes because I've done nothing, or it's not that they don't like me, though. I'm genuinely like, they can actually tell what type of aura I put out and the type of energy, positive type thing. I'm peace, so I get peace energy. But I just know some of them, not all of them, will actually, you know how they view me? They view me. Some of them view me as too Western, and some of them Western
But
people,
it's
though. I got love for them, but they know that I'm too different, though. So
yeah,
basically, I know it's you know how they see it. They just see I'm way too different. So it's like basically I'm on like both sides trying to basically the only time they ever need me is when the only time they're ever gonna come to me is when they need me for something. Like basically on both of their sides. So like saying, look, say if they have a problem and they want me to basically step in on their behalf, though, that type of thing, no. So when you actually speak on what you speak and what you're showing, I'm starting to understand what you're saying, no. It's not because I've experienced in that type of way, but I'm starting to experience that in a bit of a way. I know mine hasn't gone that far though, but I'm starting to get there.
yeah. I feel you on that. That's what I'm just trying to say. If y'all gonna be anti-black, I'ma just say this: be anti-black all the way. Don't be acting like you anti-black just cause you see that cop. You anti-black already because why you gotta call him that? Why you don't got the same smoke for the white police officer? There's no videos I could find of Latinos calling white officers out their name or Asian
Yeah.
officers out their name or
Well, man.
Latino officers out their name. I don't
Well,
see
man.
that anywhere. But I see everybody saying something to black people, calling us the N word this, the N word that.
Astaghfirullah, man. Literally. I'm
Most of the
I'm
black people
multicultural
standing up
point
for
of view.
Latinos
I'm
during the
glad.
ICE
Oh,
raids
sorry,
are
my bad, man.
immigrants. Let's talk about it. Black Americans understand that Latinos don't really mess with us like that. They never have, never will. Why in the world would you go out there and jeopardize your life over a group of people who would shut you down over selling tacos? They don't like you being a part of their culture, but they cling on to black people when they're in trouble. Latinos don't mess with us in jail. Latinos side with white people against us all day. And we got some goofy Negroes going out there standing up for them. Once again, these are not black Americans. These are immigrants. These are Caribbeans and Africans going out there risking their lives for Latinos. Looking goofy.
That's right. A lot of the black people that you see out there, I'm convinced most of them gotta be immigrants, because ain't no real regular black people. Nobody I'm knowing is saying they going out there.
Yeah, I get you on that though. First, anyways, in the previous video as well, like basically when you're saying the waving another country's flag in that flag, you don't see me basically waving the Pakistani flag on the UK soil though. Because look,
Exactly.
you don't see me do that though. Because look, it's not that I don't want to. Though. I just basically know what's up though. Because look, I'm basically both though, man. I'm blended though. So basically, look, I'm best of both worlds though. And it's clearly stated though for me as a Muslim, supposed to respect the rules and regulations of the country though. And it's actually, like I look at how the Prophet's example is and everything, man. Literally, he loved where he came from though, but he just knew what's up and everything like that. So I just basically, I'm about peace. So that's why I'm just like, look, I don't have to do that
Most of
type
the
of
black
thing now.
people standing up for Latinos during the ICE
Well,
raids are immigrants. Let's talk about it.
wow, man.
Black Americans
Anyways,
understand.
though, this is interesting, man.
Yeah, that's what I would say. See, if I went to somebody else's country, I'm not going to sit there and wave my American flag all in y'all face and be like, I'm going to respect your culture and where I'm at. I'll wave y'all flag because I'm in your country.
Exactly,
out of
though.
out of a sign of respect to you. But these people
Mm,
are showing, because the way this shit look like to me, y'all burning up everything. That's like coming in a motherfucker house and you like, hey, all right, motherfucker, I'm in here. Um, yeah, now you better give me everything. And what? I don't care if you don't like what I'm doing. I'll burn your house down and I'll wave my flag while I'm in your damn house. That's just
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, man, I feel you on that though. Like, look, man,
That's just
I'm on that
crazy.
culture perspective though. Like,
Let's
literally, when
take
I
it even let's take it another step. We had the brother and his wife out here. People want to keep saying, oh, it was a YouTube beef that went too far. Man, it wasn't no beef between that brother and his wife against this Mexican who got upset and crashed out and unalived the brother and unalived his wife, too. That's the wildest shit. You already caught on stream. You unalived the brother and you unalived his wife too. That was a Mexican who did that. All over, you lost followers? Well, nigga, now you lost your life. You're going to jail forever.
mm-hmm. Well,
So
man, I get you.
where does that add up? You a Mexican. You got Mexicans committing violence all out here in Dallas, in LA, Santa Ana, all over the place. We see all this violence, and then we see a Mexican man unalive a black man and his wife because he what beef? Y'all kept telling me it's a beef over followers. I didn't see nothing that brother said, hey man, let's mix it up or nothing. If you got a Napoleon syndrome complex and your little ass is afraid of getting beat up on, then stay in the fucking house, bro. Stay in the house with your little 4-foot ass. I don't have no
So,
respect for that dude. Uh, uh, Manny or whatever something Manny Sin. I didn't know any of the YouTubers. Anyway, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know I didn't know Finny the Legend either. But I'm pretty sure I would have ran across them on these YouTube streets eventually.
yeah, I kind of agree
But
with you, man. I agree with
But
you. I've never heard of them
to
for a
go
while,
out
man.
here and then wait, this is the worst part. Cause now here we go. This showing his inner Karen, his inner Chad. Because now he goes in court today and he pleads self-defense. How can you plead self-defense when there's video of you going around talking about you looking for the brother and his wife, calling them your favorite fans, and you dying to meet them? And then you get caught on camera unaliving him. What did you think by unaliving his wife? You wasn't seen on the stream. You was already seen on the stream with your goofy ass.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Hell, let's not even talk about the stream. You shot them in front of the Bellagio. Anybody who been up on Vegas, you know about the Bellagio. There's cameras everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
There ain't no way you would have not been on the camera, bro. So, and
Mm-hmm.
all you weak YouTubers out here who out here talking about it was just it was a beef that went too far. Ain't no damn beef. I went on that black man Finny the Legend page is still up. The Mexican page ain't. But Finny the Legend on his page, he it's still up there. And I went through his shit today. I went through some of his shit while I was at work. And I was like, I don't see him beefing with this guy.
Mm-hmm.
I just see him saying, I'ma outproduce you, I'ma outperform you. Whatever you got going on, I hope you do it better, but it ain't gonna be better than what I do. That's all I heard that brother say.
Yeah. I get you on that, man. That's interesting, though. I
I'ma
feel you
get
on
to
that.
that story. We gonna get to that story.
Well, man. Astaghfirullah. Anyways, though, you know what,
Yeah,
though, man? I'm kind of
we
glad,
gonna
though.
get on it.
Wait, but I wanted to say this though, man. I'm just glad I grew up multicultural. It's not just basically going up multicultural in London. I literally moved to Saudi. When I moved to Saudi, that was good for me though, man. Because when I
Yeah.
moved to Saudi though, literally when I stayed in a gated community, it's multicultural. Every race, every nationality, all of them stayed there, lived in peace and stuff like that. And literally, man, I literally, spent some time and actually got to learn and respect. That's why I basically, got this
All
type
right,
of
we back.
viewpoint. Anyways, sorry, man.
Mic check, mic
Nice
check, mic
to-
check.
Okay, I hear you. Do you hear me? Just double check.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you.
Mic check, mic check.
Wait, do you hear me though,
Hold
or
on, hold on,
no?
hold on.
I think I'll probably have to drop and come back.
Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. We are fucking with our water, man. Mic check. Mic check, mic check. 1, 2. 1, 2. Mic check. Why is that shit doing that? Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Okay, something keeps bugging over here. Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah, see, it's doing something weird now. Hello? Hold on. Something's fucking with ours. Oh shit, man. Hold on. Mic check. Mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Mic check. Man. My mic sounds nice. 1, 2. My mic sounds nice. Check 3. See how it's got that big circle over me? It shouldn't have that. What is going fucking on over here? Yeah. Can you? Wait, what?
I hear you.
Taking him out. Can
Okay,
you hear
try
me?
now. Yeah, I hear you. Do you hear me?
They messed with something real bad over here. I can't hear nobody now.
Okay, how do I sound? Do I sound good?
See the private chat. Yeah, something ain't working. Hold on, man. They over here doing some wild shit right at the moment.
All right, guys, we'll be back in a bit.
I'll erase your thoughts, put a hole in your memory. As a whole, make your whole world turn into history. It's been a long time coming, and I know y'all been missing me. Treated like a war, come home, and the women start kissing me. Damn, man, I'm thinking they've been missing me. When I ain't forget 6th grade, when bitches was dissing me. No dough for breeze, that's an unsolved mystery. I went from gangs to the gully to getting banked with my buddy, and we never rocked Timberland. When the water gets muddy, no knocking in boots when the pussy's bloody. 1988 breezing, I was labeled
1, 2, 1, 2. See how it's got my shit over the big ass. That's not working right.
Wait, do you hear me?
Yeah, I can't even hear you, young Riaz.
Wait, how do I sound now?
I think I'm gonna have to close this out. Hold on, man.
How about now? How does that sound though?
Always keep hating me. They know that it's breezing. I know it's my season. That's the reason they wanna stop the boy breezing. Mom keep on hating me. Fans waiting patiently. Other rappers out there, they always keep hating me, man. Yeah.
Mic check. Mic check. Young Riaz, you hear me?
1 second. I hear you.
All
Do
right,
you
there
hear?
you go. I finally got it.
There we go. Shukr
They
alhamdulillah,
over
man.
here. They over here fucking with the border.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Wallah, I feel you, though.
They messing with the water. Let's see what they on now.
Okay.
All right, we back in this, Beyonce.
Okay.
Let's keep it moving.
I'm downtown walking around. This is bullshit. Look what the fuck they did to the Kobe mural down here. How disrespectful can you be? What a fucking joke.
That's what they did to Kobe Bryant
the
mural.
GOAT, man, and his daughter. This is unbelievable.
That is sad. Wallah, that's sad, though.
That's fucked up that they did that. Like, why y'all gotta do that? Why y'all had to ruin his daughter's image and his image? I don't know. Y'all claim y'all not racist and we should be out there helping y'all. I don't believe we should. I don't believe we should. I say let the Mexicans hold their own nuts. What our brother Galvatron got to say.
Bunch of dumbasses rioting in the streets. They all out there protesting deportation of illegal immigrants. They want to free criminals that are breaking the fucking law put in place by both parties decades and decades ago. You have people bringing their children because apparently that is the fucking place you want to bring your kids because they need to be exposed to this. Everyone getting fucking tear gas, cars are burning up, flames and shit everywhere, and they think in their head that that's the safest place. Like that's where I need to bring my kids. You have people waving a Mexican flag, protesting to stay in this country, a country that they hate, but they don't want to go back to Mexico. Like they love Mexico. They're proud of Mexico, but they don't want to go back there. They want to stay here, but they hate this place, but they don't want to go back to Mexico. They want to be here, but they're proud of Mexico. You stand with me, people. They're not rioting Malibu or Calabasas. They decide to riot the streets and the houses and the fucking cars that they're paying for in their community. Gas have not came down in that city. Living costs is fucking skyrocketing. People are moving out of Hollywood, but they not protesting that. Karen Bass and Gavin Newsom, they not saving you all a headache from that. They want to save you all exclusively a headache for not allowing illegal immigrants to leave California. You can't make this shit up, boy. Dear God, somebody needs to make a movie about this in 20 years.
Oh, man. Yes. Hey, hello, you still there, man?
Oh yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry, I was on mute. I said they not doing nothing down in Orange County. They're not doing anything down in Beverly Hills. They not down in those areas. But even though the police has said they done conducted operations in Orange County, Beverly Hills, all these places, any place that's got a Home Depot, they've had operations. There was a video last night where there was a Crip. There was one brother that came out there and did what they said they need 700 Marines to do. He said, I ain't asking y'all, I'm telling y'all, take that shit elsewhere. I meant to get that video. This brother told all the Mexicans, get up off the block. And they got off the block. That was a Crip brother. A Crip brother got out there and said, look, take that shit elsewhere. He said, I ain't even asking y'all. I'm telling y'all. And all the Mexicans, okay, OG. They was like, okay, OG. That's why I said, do we need FBA to come out there and regulate you motherfuckers? Because we will. We will.
Wow, man.
Mexicans only like 4'2". I'm 6 feet.
Wow. I mean, look, Breeze, my dad is about 6'1". I'm 5'9". I'm not sure about my brother's type, but my brother's kind of tall as well. About like 5'10", 5'11". Roughly, I'm just estimating my brother's height
Yeah.
though. So pretty much, basically for me, me, my dad, my brother, and stuff like that, my people here in the UK, we're taller than the people in Pakistan, no, actually. Because, it's the genetics, the food, and everything. I ain't hating on them. I ain't selling now. I ain't generalizing, no, because genetics is different though. However, I just know basically down here where I'm from, no, me and the rest of the people, genetically grow more taller though. I ain't hating on
Yeah.
them.
Well, that's a given because you're gonna eat better. You're gonna have more resources. You're gonna have more space to stretch out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And unbeknownst to a lot of people, having a calm situation causes growth. If you're not having to crouch down and hide so damn much, you know what I'm saying? Imagine.
I feel you though. Wait, but
Yeah.
basically my mom's family in Pakistan, they're like wealthy though. They're like, she come from a good family, good wealthy,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
accepting and everything like that. It's
Yeah,
just that,
that's
they
everything.
choose to live in a
Resources is every motherfucking thing. If you take
Mhm.
a Japanese person from Japan and put them next to a Japanese person in America, they don't even look the same.
Yeah, that makes
They
sense. No,
don't
I mean
even
they
look the
look.
same.
I mean, when you mean by they don't look the same, I think you mean by height wise they don't look the same, but
No,
genetically, but
not even phonetic. Their phenotype changes because of you
oh wow,
being
really?
your phenotype will change. Yeah.
I did not
That's
know that, man.
that's natural. Your body, because you're not eating certain things, you're not in that environment, you'll start to look different. Like when
Okay,
you get over here, a lot of Asians get big and wide.
yeah, I
Like
feel you,
even
man.
Koreans too. Koreans get real boxy and big and rectangular. They're not like how if you see a Korean over there, they're angular. Their bodies are shaped angular. But when they get
Wow,
over here, they become just a damn rectangle because it's that American diet. You know,
no,
you eating
I
you
feel you.
eating you eating eggs and shit every morning.
Yeah, that's interesting, man. I did not
Yeah,
know that. Thanks for sharing that. That's interesting. I
yeah.
think, well, but how do the Pakistanis look in America compared to the ones born over there? I know how the born ones is different and stuff like.
They look way different. I'm telling you, when they bring Pakistan, well, they getting them out of here right now. But the Pakistanis that work in the 7-Eleven look way different than the ones they had just brought over here from Pakistan. And they could all tell there was a difference. They couldn't really mix them together. They tried to mix them out here, but it wasn't working. Like even when you go to the mosque be different out here.
Yeah, but is it also over there as well though? Like they get more. They have. Wait, do you have? No, actually, basically, me and the rest of British born Pakistanis, we actually lack vitamin D. It's just similar to how you got
Yeah,
going over there.
vitamin
Though
D.
I, s-
Mm-hmm.
I actually do suffer from low vitamin D because in the UK we rarely get sunlight, and I have to
Yeah,
constantly take
you got
tablets every day to do it, or I have to find alternative like
yeah, young Riaz.
medicine
That's the
type
worst
powder
place.
to.
Look, if you was over here, you be solid, squared up, you be chilling. Shit,
Yeah, wait, but
you
if I
might
came
be
to
acting
America,
up like some of the other ones over here. But over here, shit, we got vitamin D. Over there in England, I know that it be cloudy as a bitch over there. I hear that
Yeah.
from a lot of
Wait, but
people,
you know,
man.
also sometimes I'll be real with you though. Sometimes in the UK, it's like darkness type energy, though, man. Literally
Yeah.
waking up, you're breathing heavy and everything like that,
Oh
and literally
shit.
you have
Yeah,
to
yeah. I
recite
can't.
I have to literally recite prayers every time I wake up, though, man. Literally though, because it's like darkness energy sometimes, depending on what day it is, though. Literally though, like it's very strong type of thing going
Shit.
on, though.
I gotta
Literally.
close. I gotta close out my blackness. My dark out curtains I got on my windows so I can block out the sun. Because some days I don't want to be all happy and cheery. If that
Okay.
sun come through, if that sun come through and hit me, I'm gonna be happy regardless. I'm gonna be like,
I
damn.
know that I look kind of light though right now, but that's just because I really get. I have, you know, with my genetics, it's very interesting, man. Because basically, I kind of flip between the both though. Like depending if I get more vitamin D or sunlight. If have more sunlight, I have more color. If I have less, I start to fade a bit though.
Yeah,
So I just a bit unique.
yeah. Yeah, you got to get that vitamin D. I tell people that.
Yeah, because look, my dad is brown though, just like me, and my mom is like light-ish type of color though. It's just unique. My mom's the only one in her family. Her whole family's like me, brown color and everything. It's just she just, you know, when she was born, the way she developed and stuff, she's unique or something like that
Yeah.
though. Her and my sister's unique though. Me, I'm just like basically a mixture of both.
That's what's so cool about when. That's why I tell people that's the good thing about the family dynamic. Cause see, when you have a family, you can look towards things and point out certain things like, oh, wait, I'm kind of like that, and that's why it's a great thing to have families. That's why I tell people you don't have to keep wondering and searching and looking behind certain things. You kind of know exactly who you are. Let's hear some more from Ed Galvatron.
Okay.
American Mexican protesters about some shit they don't even know why they protesting. Oh, fuck Donald Trump. Look what he's doing to our people. You mean illegal immigrants? Ones that broke the law? Motherfuckers acting like Donald Trump broke the goddamn law. Barack Obama will still go down in history as the president deported the most illegal immigrants. Motherfuckers don't know why you all out there with them no ghetto cuz haircuts and shit. Shut the fuck up. They're embarrassing the double OGs and OGs. Most of you motherfuckers ain't never even been to Mexico. Just can't even name me a street from Mexico. And you talking about my heritage. Shut the fuck up. And if you a Gen X and you out there protesting, you some type of stupid motherfucker. Because the fact that you that old and you choose not to research and investigate what the fuck going on tells me you gonna be the same person that you was at 30, at 50, at 60, and at 40. You would rather listen to some videos on social media versus take time out of your fucking day to research what the fuck is going on. You got a whole
Yeah, that's my problem. I had a problem with a lot of my older cousins. I was like, motherfucker, what do you mean? Um, California is Mexico. I said, nigga, did you graduate high school or not? I
Yeah.
had to hit him like that. Did you graduate high school or
Oh,
not,
this is
motherfucker?
interesting,
Because we
man.
all
I'll be
know
real
that
with you.
America won California, Alabama, Texas, all that fair and square. We whipped Mexico's ass to get that. That's
Okay.
more
Well,
warfare.
wow, man, that's interesting, though, Breeze. I'll be real with you, man. You know, with my family, so when we hear these types of thing or person type thing, my mom's just like, nah, we ain't getting involved with that. Look, both my parents say, nah, we ain't getting involved like that. Both my parents aren't political like that. Look, they may talk about it though. My parents don't mind. Look, they give perspective. They just talk about it in the home, or they talk to me about it, or whatever. They might have convos
Yeah,
though, but my
that's what it
parents though
should be.
literally though aren't that actually active when it comes to actual protesting type thing. They may donate stuff though or might do something, but they'll never actually go out to protest though.
Yeah. Well, I'm done. Last time, I don't even think let me see what's the last time I was at some protest. Well, Mike Brown, then it was Freddie Gray in Baltimore. I was at both of those. Because Mike Brown, that was out in Missouri. And we had to go out to Missouri. Then we was out here in Virginia. Oh yeah, for
That's interesting, bro.
The
That's
George Floyd
interesting.
shit too.
That's
The
interesting,
George
bro. But you
the
know
George
what
Floyd
else is
shit
still
too.
with me? Wow, man, that's interesting, man. I was just gonna say also, for me though, on both sides, you know why I believe both sides will never truly accept me? Because look, I can never relate to both sides. Though, look, they're generally, general society, just like basically everyone in general. Though they're cool, basically accepting me in general society, but basically as one of them on both sides, nah, man. Just like basically though, they're like, nah, you're too different though. So like basically me and the rest of them people who are like me are trying to create something different
Yeah.
though, basically. That's what literally the advice I got told though. Like literally, I got told in my home from both parents, literally just told me this advice though, like look, you're gonna have to you're your own, my mom says, look, just take both of take both sides and just make something different. You're a unique case though, and I kind of agree to her
Yeah.
on that though. Because look, I've got multiple different opportunities. Got good
Yeah, young
education.
Riaz,
I've
from the
got,
minute when I first met you, you have grown tremendously, young Riaz. I can say that.
thank you.
I remember, you now engage a lot more. You starting to understand a little bit more, and yeah, that's you being on the other side of the block is different, but you get to have a good thing by looking from the outside, looking in. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
I
the
get
same
you.
way
Yeah,
that's kind of how I look at, with my friends in the UK when they got shit going on over there with y'all. I can refer to y'all because I don't know what it is out there on the street. I can have my opinion, but it ain't gonna be what y'all know, what y'all see because y'all living there. I'm not
yeah, of
living there.
course, of course.
That's why I
I mean,
told
look,
you.
I
That's
have
why I
general
said there's no
empathy, though.
disrespect to my African brothers and sisters. I just can't speak on your African experience because I'm not in Africa. Ain't nothing African about me.
Yeah, that's understandable. Do you think that is vice versa for me on both sides? I'm not too British, but I'm not
Yeah,
too Pakistani. I'm only a British person
yeah,
because my citizenship. Citizenship is one thing, no, but them people over there, they're different, though. And basically, the born Pakistanis, that I will never truly understand what they go
yeah.
through. Look,
But you
I can
still a
visit there.
Pakistani. You just a Pakistani in Britain. Britain. You have a British
Yeah, so more
experience
Western.
versus
I'm
not really having a
basically
Pakistani, and you had somewhat of a Saudi Arabian experience because you said you was living there too.
Yeah, but it's more like basically that's why I said mine's more of a multicultural perspective, more like
Okay.
basically a westernized experience a little bit, like a bit of a blend together or something like that. I'm just saying like, like the born ones, all right? Like basically what they do, what they live, how they, go through their like, look, I can take an interest and I might know what goes on there though, but I'm not gonna actually relate to what they got going on.
Exactly. There you go.
Because me, look, I'm born in the UK. I was born in London. I'm basically raised right here in a Western country, and I got their values, their culture to a certain extent. But I've also got some. I'm adjusting, assimilating to my environment. Also, that's why I said blended culture. I know you said there's no
Yeah.
such thing as blended culture, though, but I'm starting to think there is, though, in a way.
Yeah, with like when dealing with people from different like cultural identities, yeah, that's blended. That's like a blended culture. Because if you take a Pakistani man and you get a Swedish wife or some shit like that, well, dad, you gotta blend Pakistani and Swedish cultures together. So yeah, that
Yeah.
type of shit is. I'm talking about there's no as your identity as like if you mix with somebody like
Oh, yeah, like
say
mixing, that's different.
your physical thing for producing a child. Well, that child is not going to be seen as a white child. That's why I keep telling people like, oh, that child going to be seen as
Oh,
ugly.
that type of thing. No.
Yeah,
Oh, that
that's
makes
what I'm
sense though.
talking about. Yeah, but you can
Oh,
have blended. You can have blended families. Yeah, blended culture. You can have all that. That can be blended.
oh
I've
yeah,
never
blended
said.
culture in a
Yeah,
mental sense though, like
I've
basically
never
how you
said you
see life.
couldn't blend culture. I said there's no such thing as, we have this thing where people run around talking about,
Oh,
oh,
so,
I'm mixed. I'm mixed. No, you ain't mixed nothing. You whatever your daddy is or whatever these people gonna tell you, that's it.
okay.
They're
Yeah,
not
like
gonna
just
let you
basically
just
with my people is better, like
look at what
basically.
happened. Look at what happened to Shorty, who married the prince. What's
Yeah,
her
I know.
name?
I think her name is Meghan
The
Markle.
yeah, Meghan Markle. They treat her like I've had recordings. I've did shows on this where I've had some of the older English people call her N-word, say that
Wow.
she's an N-word. So she can't ever. You can't. That's why I'm trying to explain to you. There's no such thing as mixed nothing, because once you
Oh,
got
okay.
that tinge in your blood, they gonna always know who you are, and they gonna watch you even harder. Like if you closer to looking like a white person, oh, they gonna be on your ass harder.
Oh yeah, you know what? I've been called. I've either been called an Indian or I've been called Arab, basically. You know, Middle
Yeah,
Eastern. No, but
yeah,
I'm not a
but
Middle Eastern though, because look,
yeah,
I get it. We look the same. I share the. I've got an Arabic name, the face, and the looks, but
yeah, you
that
got the
does not mean I'm
phenotype,
not
and
Middle Eastern though.
to them, they gonna say that shit, even though they always play like, oh, it's not under me being racist. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
That's why they went to India. That's why they went to
the
India, because they
I
got the
know.
caste system from India.
Right, and you actually know, I actually found out as well. Though, you know what they did? They did the caste system, no, and they did the divide and rule tactic. So basically, they
Yeah,
put two groups against each other. You know, before that, all that, the Muslim Hindus and stuff like that, they literally lived in peace, though. Like
yeah.
literally lived
Until
in peace. You
until
had
they
like,
came over there. I'm telling you,
yeah,
they the masters of technology. I already know this. That's what they do. They the masters of tricking you and getting you into some shit that has nothing to do with what you.
yeah, but you know,
Yeah,
like the
you be
divide
friends
and
with a
rule tactic.
motherfucker, and the next day y'all at each other's throat. You like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know.
And then y'all
Well,
both be like, that white man came through the other day. But then for
yeah,
somehow
no, but the
y'all
only
can't
day though,
y'all
I
can't
be real.
never realize that it was his ass that came through, and
No,
y'all
I
just be like,
probably know though in a way. I don't hate them though, cause look, I'll be real
yeah,
with you. Some white
cause
people though,
that ain't in your nature. See, that right there is how we all got tricked from the very beginning. Let me explain something to you. See, we on this planet, everybody was just melanated. There wasn't no
okay,
fight, It wasn't barely. You know who had fights? You know who had fights?
they did.
You didn't have fights with, no, I'm talking about even culture. The cultures didn't have fights with random people they didn't know. You fought with your siblings.
Oh yeah, that makes sense though. But can I actually be real with you? I get where you're coming from, man.
Most
You're right though.
kingdoms were lost or begotten or gotten at the hands of siblings, not foreigners.
Yeah, wait, but you know like when the Persians basically went across
Yeah,
the
the
border to
great
China
Persian
though, and they
Queen.
went. Sorry, I was just gonna explain this though. Can I'm gonna finish though, and then I'll let you
No,
speak.
go
I'm
ahead,
sorry
go
to
ahead,
cut
go
you
ahead,
off
go
in
ahead,
the.
go ahead.
So I was just about to say, you know, like the Persians, they wanted to take over India, but they couldn't take over the whole of it though, because they got pushed
Mm-hmm.
back though. And they could have though, they had the firepower, but they did not have the finances to do it like that. So they actually had to think smart though. They said, okay, look, we can't take over the whole thing. We'll just take over small pieces of land that we could conquer and just stay there, rule there, and have
Mm-hmm.
family there and then just leave. So they left their culture, their language, their food, their faith, and stuff like that, though. And from that day forward, though, you got me, though, because I'm not the original people there. I'm actually well aware of that, man. Because look, original people there
Mm-hmm.
are very different, though. It's just that those people decided to just breed with everybody else,
Their
though.
their
That's why you
their
got a very
religion, their religion that they had that they brought out of Persia was Zoroastrianism.
I
That was
know.
one of the
Zoroaster.
one of the first mono theistic religions in the beginning.
Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, Zora. No, actually, it's like Zoroastrian also and stuff like that. I'm very well aware of that though. It's just like
Yeah.
basically they had that type of relationship where basically they crossed the border though, and they actually had like that good type relationship.
Mm-hmm.
That's why
Mm-hmm.
basically, you know, the first ever country to actually recognize Pakistan was actually Iran/Persia. They were the first country to ever recognize my people's
Yeah.
lands though. You know,
Yeah.
they were the
Yeah.
first ones to recognize. You know why Pakistan was created? Because though, you know, they actually noticed, like the British started to notice that these people trying to fight and they're gonna get out and slowly they're gonna get the independence. But they also know that basically though, since the divide and rule tactic happened for so long though, and it's damaged them damaged people on both sides, though they literally, Muslims started to actually notice that, look, if we actually, leave with a fully unified like that, though, we're going to get underrepresented. So they said, okay, look, we'll
There you
propose
go.
that. We have two different countries, though, where, the majority of two different faith, and it's up to the people who to choose which side they want to be on.
All I know is that no regular Pakistan people ever really. I've never
I,
had no problems with no Pakistanis.
me
Now the
neither,
Sikh,
man.
now if they got those turbans, the Sikhs, that's the motherfuckers I have problems with almost
Oh,
all
yeah,
the
the
time.
Sikhs is different. Oh, wow,
Sometimes
man.
they cool if they old, but if they young, that's the motherfuckers I mix it up with right there because they be talking
Oh
shit
yeah, I
all the
feel.
time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think the only difference between the older and younger, though, youngers basically, and actually spent
Hmm.
more time though,
Yeah,
and
if
they
they got a
basically more
turban,
open though.
the ones with the turban, that's who be talking shit all the time. Other ones don't never say regular. The other you little young Pakistani brothers, they be cool. They be rocking Jordans. We be I be putting them up on fashion and shit.
Oh wait, what?
We
Do
be
you mean
at we
like
be
the
at
young
we be
Muslim
at the car
Pakistanis
we be
though?
at the car shows. I love those Pakistanis who be at the car shows.
Oh, that's cool, man. I feel you. Yeah, I get you, and that's nice though, man. Look, I've had
Sometimes I
multiple.
post videos and stuff when I'm out there shooting the cars. I'm gonna get some of my Pakistani friends out there and get them on the camera.
Oh, that's cool, man. I
I
feel
got
you
an
on that.
old Pakistani dude out here who built his fucking car that he bring up to the car show. It's the wildest shit ever. I I would never videotape it because I done videotaped it so many times in the beginning. It's on my shit. You can see it's a yellow, some old shit. He built it with a whole bunch of batteries and shit.
Wait, that's interesting, man. But
Yeah,
look, I get you on
electric,
that
all
type of thing,
electric
though.
too.
I
All
know.
electric.
That's interesting, man. I feel you. But look, I got love for my people though in both lands though. It's just I just know how they like though, man. Because just because the same people, just because they look like you, they share everything, don't mean though they're always gonna basically
Oh
look
yeah,
out for your
you
best interest
already
type
know.
thing though. I ain't hating, selling out, or generalizing. I got love for them. They fam at the end of the day. But I basically, just know how they move though, man. And also look,
That's all
them
you can do.
people as well.
That's all
I
you
know
can
how
do.
they move
Definitely.
too, but I'm not gonna be generalize them too, because I know the people I'm around, they cool regardless of who they are, man. I'm just around cool
There you
people because I
go.
bring that type of
You got
energy
that
anyway.
good energy. But let's go ahead. Let's finish Ed Galvatron and some of these other stories, and then we'll get back to some more running our mouth.
Okay.
What the fuck is going on? You got a whole bunch of young bucks. I'm Mexican. I'm Mexican, but can't tell you nothing about Mexico. Shut the fuck up and go read a goddamn book. No, these people didn't do anything. They work hard. They broke the law. What are you telling me? You saying that we should allow people to break the law? And then you got a lot of them people are talking about Hispanic. Ain't nobody talking about no goddamn Hispanic. What are you talking about? You're talking down to the illegal immigrants. This fat bullshit from Biden. Don't get it twisted. Biden and that administration knew goddamn well that they was not going to be able to stay here. It's because y'all fell for the bullshit to try to illegally come over here. And when somebody gets into office to handle business, to take y'all asses, to ship y'all asses back where the fuck y'all came from because you all don't have paper. Oh, now it's a fucking big deal. Don't get mad at Trump. I suggest you get mad at Biden for feeding you bullshit.
And that's big
Ooh, yeah.
facts right there. Cause
She's speaking for.
we not anti-Mexicans that are here legally. We not anti anybody that's here legally. What we are against is all this illegal shit and all these people that buy and let come in here and was giving them free shit. Like that's where we have a problem.
That's where we have a problem
No,
with.
I can
They
agree to that, man.
they
Sorry, I
brought
was
all
gonna
these
say, man.
they brought all these people in here, giving them free stuff, papering them up, and then they're gonna tell us to our face, "Oh, we don't got money for reparations." But you just gave out $4 trillion to illegal immigrants. Like
Hmm.
that was the wildest work I ever seen. They had these people in mansions, everything out here, giving them cars. They had electric cars, everything. Thank God for Trump. I
Okay.
ain't even
I mean,
I
look.
ain't even vote for Trump, but thank God he did. Look, he may be fucking up a lot of shit, but this part I'm for. Like, get these people up out of here, cause this was
Okay.
too much. This was too much to us black people work hard all day, every day, and we like, wait, we can't get a come up Biden and give us shit.
Okay.
Ain't no,
I see what you mean, though, man.
nobody gave us shit, but you gave all these people who y'all just told to come across the border because you wanted to replace black people as your base. You decided, well, I'll just bring in a bunch of illegal immigrants, then I have a new base. But instead, it backfired because guess what? You're a legal immigrant. You can't vote. You see
Mm,
what I'm saying? It's like it was wicked, man. This was the most wicked shit I've seen. And they getting they just desserts. Trump coming back is like basically the chicken's coming home to roost, I guess.
okay. I get
What
you
you
on that,
think,
though, man.
Riaz?
I feel you on that, man. I'm open minded though, but at the same time, you know how what I think of him, though, man. I'm not changing my mind on what I think of him, but at the
There
same
you
time, I'm
go.
just gonna basically, I'm just open minded. I'm not gonna deny what he's doing, though, man. I can give props when his props is due, but I'm still gonna feel however I feel, man,
Look,
and I'm gonna be real on that, though. Cause
yeah,
look,
you
I
all
ain't
right.
gonna
That's
forget what
all
he said,
right.
though.
Hey, I'm no Trump at the promenade celebratory type of individual, but when he got this part right, everything else he fuck up, yeah, he's fucking up on a lot of shit. But this he got right here.
Right, man. I'll be real with you. Just look, same energy I got for him is the same energy I got from here also, though, man. I
Yeah,
give the same energy, not just
y'all got a
basically
mess
over
over
there.
there right now. Y'all got a mess over there
Of
right
course,
now.
of course. That's why I said though I
That
don't
that
trust
that
both
motherfucking
parties.
prime minister y'all got.
I know, man. Literally, though, because of him, though, man, trust me, though, man. I feel you on that, though. Look, I got the same energy for him, though. I ain't hating, though. Look, I got love for the country, but at the same time, though, he's part of the reason why sometimes I literally feel like I'm jaded. Because, look, I've I've never voted before though, but if I ever decide to vote one day, I'm gonna go independent because I literally observed how both parties literally ran the country,
There
man.
you go.
Literally, ever since I think I'm not too sure. I
That's
think ever since the
I've been independent for a long time. I don't. I vote for what votes for me. Like when I voted for Barack Obama, I didn't want to vote for Barack Obama, but my wife, she wanted me to vote for him. So because my wife wanted me to vote for him, I voted for him on the first one. Second time, I didn't vote for him.
okay, I get it, no man. Because look, though, man, I get you on that, though. Look, and ever since then,
See, your
I
wife
basically
will
depend.
get you to do shit you don't want to do. But like I
Yeah, but
said,
look, it's about compromise and
I didn't vote for
sacrifice, though.
him
But that's
the
your wife,
second
though.
time.
Wait, but
And
look, that's your wife, though, man. She
got me
love
to
you.
get behind Bernie Sanders. And then after that, she passed away. And that was it. So I didn't have no influence the next cycles around. When Biden came up again, I just didn't vote. When Trump came up, I didn't vote. Trump this time, I didn't vote. I chose the couch. So for
Okay,
three election cycles, I've been shit. I've been
okay.
shit. I've
Wait,
been
but look,
chilling.
man, that's your wife, though. She loves you, though, and you love her. So you're gonna do whatever it takes to basically make each
Yeah,
other
to
happy.
please
That's
her
just what
at
you're
that
supposed to
time.
do.
But
So it's not really about.
but she
She
couldn't
don't
get me to
respect
vote
what you
for
think,
Obama the second
but
time though.
she. Okay,
Nah,
I mean,
yeah,
but look,
yeah. The
that's
second
just
time she was
something that
mad
you.
at me. She was mad at me because I was like, I ain't voting. I was like, fuck that. I just didn't vote.
I guess it
I
is what it
stopped
is, man.
voting. Look, this is what Doecha said, and this proves that she's another immigrant. And yeah, I don't support Doecha. I don't mess with her music. I don't like her from the last thing she
Okay.
said about men. But this what she had to
Okay, look,
say,
I
and
just basically ignore. I ignore her, man. Look, whatever. Do you? Oh, so sorry. Before you close up, can I say something quick there before you close?
There are ruthless
See, I
attacks
can't. This would prove
that
to
are
me that
creating
because I have
fear
people
and
trying to tell me
chaos
she wasn't
in
an
our
immigrant.
communities in the
I
name
now
of law
know
and
she is.
order.
Because the fact
Trump
that she out there
is
talking
using
about that,
military forces to stop a
I just
protest.
ignore it.
And I want y'all to consider what kind of government it appears.
Look at the brothers right there. Hold up. This was not just a protest. It was a goddamn full-on riot. I beg anyone to go start from day 1 to day 4 and watch any of those videos, and you tell me where you don't see fire, you don't see fucking stores broken into, you don't see fucking the police having to shoot and swing and go crazy. There was a chick looking like the chick from fucking the original Police Academy. It was a little black woman with an afro. I don't even know if she was really black. I think she might have been Belizean or something. But she was swinging that baton like a motherfucker. I was like, God damn.
Wow, that's interesting, man. Look, I gotta tell you this as well. You know what people are saying about century as well. Literally, though, I know, I've seen videos of what C is century saying and everything like that. Literally, even people in the UK are starting to hate on century too, though. I don't blame them, no, on how they feel. Because look, his old friend, literally came out and exposed him. Two of his former friends, are coming out and saying what their side of the story and stuff like that. Because the way sent his style and everything like that. They say he took his style from this guy Cairo Keys or something like that. Because Cairo Keys is like basically the way both rap and stuff. He literally the way Cairo rap. That's how he was. He's like the originator of that type of style anyway, though. And they used to collaborate and they're close. And then I think though, Cairo's just upset. Look, you don't have to basically, pay me or whatever, but at least like, share me out or like post, share, put me on your story or whatever. I think he didn't do that, and that's why basically, they both got like, a beef and stuff like that, like, in the camps or whatever going on and stuff like
So
that.
you
Like
think that's
literally
why
though,
they crashed out?
yeah, like literally crashed out. It's not a crash out type of thing though as well. It's just people starting to notice his style as well and how Sense used to sound and stuff like that. It's just how he is though, man. And also Cairo Keys is recently though. Like look, he was a rising star before, then he had a period though where he stagnated though, but then he came back though. Like literally recently though, Cairo Keys is literally, making it though for himself. Like he became bigger than before and stuff like that. And he's
That's
trying to get bigger and everything like that. So I get you on that though. That was
okay.
interesting. I actually do remember one time that you made that post about. I remember when you talked about the Carter 6 by Lil Wayne and stuff like that and how
Oh
weak
yeah,
it
yeah,
was.
that was the Carter 6. Yeah, that was terrible. That really let
Yeah,
us
that
down, Lil
was.
Wayne. Lil Wayne, that let us down. You took away some of our time in our life to go try to mess with that, bro. So I ain't
Yeah,
feeling
that
that. But
was kind of weak.
let's
I'll be real
let's
with
listen
you.
to this. This is a shop owner who was looted last night during these so-called peaceful protests.
This is not
Okay,
they doing
that's
protest.
interesting.
They just doing just for to looting the stores and everything. So this is my store. Then I got the call from the ADT and they asked me that okay, there is a break into your store. So I check in my things. I saw somebody's break into my store and call right away to police and my landlord. And I saw that they break into my store and they took a lot of merchandise from my store right now. This is so ridiculous. Doesn't look like this is for they're protesting for ICE or anything. This is they're doing just for the looting the stores and everything.
Crazy, yo. They out there just hitting people's stores. I told y'all that's what they do. I was listening to some Mexicans talking crazy about we was there for when Rodney King. I was like, man, if you don't stop the motherfucking cat, I was like, I remember I think I was a freshman at that time. And that's like 92.
Wow, man.
Yeah, so I'm a freshman in high school. It's like 92. And I can remember the Mexicans and stuff, they were just all getting like um free shit, meaning they were robbing and jacking everything. I saw them with couches on top of their cars going back home. All types of wild stuff. So these
Wow, man.
people, they were out there heavy getting stuff for free. And they
Wow.
kind of make
With the accent,
excuses
though, it's,
for what their criminality. And that's why I keep telling people, I'm like, yeah, they're criminals. Like there's a case right now in Los Angeles County where Mexican gangs have been firebombing black people's homes.
wow. Okay.
This is
That's
going on
interesting.
right now.
Wow, man.
So
Yeah, that's
these people
interesting.
to act like they're our friends or they give a damn about we should be together. The hell with these Mexicans. Not me. Not me. I've been to jail. I've been to prison. So I saw how it go down in there. So I would never join myself with no Mexicans. No Asians either. Just because how I seen it in jail.
Okay.
It ain't enough Arabs and stuff up in jail, but the few ones like who do be, I don't know what it could be like now. But when I was in there wasn't enough Arabs and nothing. They just joined black people. So if you was like a Muslim, somebody from another country, you automatically got with the black people.
Mm, okay.
So cause there be some Indians up in there and locked up, depending on where you at in this
Wait, what
country.
about the Pakistanis, though? How are the Pakistanis? Are
Some
there any Pakistanis?
Pakistanis too.
Oh, wow. But in
Yeah.
the UK, like, around South London, I think probably around, let's say, South London to Birmingham type area,
I
though,
bet
you
it's
got like
more.
Pakistanis who literally are British-born Pakistanis who are literally about that life, though. It's like
Yeah, but
I
I'm
think
saying
sometimes they have that double life aspect,
there's
though.
more Pakistanis locked up over there than it is over here, though. That's what I'm trying to
I think
say.
it's called,
We
wow.
do got them locked up out here, especially like them and like Indians and a lot of Sikh guys because they be killing their wives. Because what
Wow.
happened when they get over here, they can't control their wives because the wives be talking shit. Once they start getting around white women, it be over.
No, but not that only. I probably say it's also opportunities too. The Indians actually get more. I'm not saying that they're probably leveled in that type of thing, but in some way, though, Indians are more
That
advantaged than the Pakistanis, though. Literally, my dad literally told me, though, Indians have more opportunities. Indians are provided more opportunities, though, actually, though. That's why some Pakistanis, I ain't excusing their actions, though. I ain't about that, man. They responsible for their own thing, no, and I ain't one of them, no. I'm just
there you
basically
go.
trying to understand a person's perspective. Cause look, I ain't no professional, but I wanna understand why a person
Oh,
wanna do what they
we
gotta
gonna
do.
have to talk about Kevin Gates too in a minute. We gonna have to talk about motherfucking Kevin Gates. God
Wow,
damn, goofy
I
Kevin
heard,
Gates.
man.
Did you hear that already? This was Little Tokyo last night. They like popping off everywhere. But it wasn't no Japanese out in Little Tokyo. It was a bunch of Mexicans. They wasn't playing down there though. Is that a garbage can? The fuck, bro?
Wow, man. Anyways, though, like, can you send the over here, though, where I'm from, the
Yo,
more Pakistanis are in
wait,
jail, though.
what is
Wow,
it? 2025? Yeah.
that's interesting, man.
1985 shit was wildin'. 1975 shit was wildin'. 1965 shit was wildin'. Oh yeah, this is right. This makes
Wow, man.
sense.
Anyways, though, sorry, man. I was just about to say that that's interesting. Anyways, when you were saying about like Pakistanis in the UK, like more of them go to jail. Yeah, that's probably around South London or like, Birmingham type of thing, though. It's not that all of them. Some of them basically grew up in single parent homes, though. And even though
Yeah.
some of them who do, not all of them, though, most of them, though, basically, though, when they come from a two-parent home, they grew up nice and they basically have find a way to be successful in their own type of thing. But I know some of them know basically either came from single parent home or even if they came from two parent home, no, some of them literally are about that life, but they do the double life aspect.
There
Where
they
like their
go.
parents don't literally say, look, this is what my child is doing because they don't care. Some parents don't literally care what their child is doing. As long as they're bringing them money, they don't care though. They just
Oh man.
basically, some of
Yeah,
them though.
that's across the board. That's all across the board,
Yeah,
Anybody can end up with an ain't shit mama or daddy. That's a fact. It just
yeah, not just that
that's
only.
how
Even
it
if
be going down.
Yeah, I know, man. I
So
feel
it
you, to
was
be honest. I'm a
happening in little
fortunate case.
Tokyo. Let's listen to what these damn protesters had to say.
This is what fascist
Okay.
governments do when people rise up, and the people are rising up. Like, we are here defending our
How you
communities.
know? Have
There's
you
no two
ever
ways
lived
about
in
it.
a
We're here
fascist
to say
government?
you cannot separate these families. You cannot
None of
take people
y'all
away.
even
They're picking up
graduate.
people,
Y'all done never had an
vans are
A in
coming,
history.
people, and their faces
Well,
are covered, they're wearing
wait,
black, and they're
isn't
just
it like, wait,
putting
let me
people
pause
in
the
vans,
video for a
arresting them.
sec.
It's
They like
Name
happening
the
all over. And
Let's
now
talk
that the
about the
National
fascist
Guard has
countries
been
that existed.
released, it's
Wait, didn't
horrifying.
like basically the guy in the previous video say though some of them basically they grew up, here though, and some
Huh?
of them literally. Do you think also some of them who are literally Americanized though? Like I ain't hating though, you know what I mean, in a very respectful way. Do you think
Yeah,
they just
but
basically grew up being Americanized to the point they don't even know who they are though? Because they know that they're not gonna be accepted on both sides though, and they're just basically pretending they don't know anything. Some of them know.
let's talk about fascism real quick because a lot of people
Okay.
have this idea that there's been lots of fascist governments. No, there haven't been. And the only places where fascism can ever take root is where the people are cowardly or all of them go along with it. So you had Germany, right?
Mm-hmm.
Germany, definitely fascist. Italy tried to be fascist. The people were cowardly at first, but them Italians, after a while, they get once ain't enough olive oil and shit and no pasta. Well, shit, something gonna happen. So that and you saw what happened to
Wasn't it the
Mussolini.
first they
They
were
they they hung his ass upside down. So
wait, first they were a monarchy though. The
well, let's
Italians I think they were monarchy, then they
let's
became
go to
fascist though.
our well, yeah, it was a monarchy and then it became fascist, but the fascism didn't last long. That because the Italians, once you start fucking with the olive oil and the pasta, it's a wrap. So
Mm-hmm.
once people wasn't getting enough olive oil, pasta, and bread and shit, well, shit hit the fan. And them
Mm.
Italians strung his ass up and gave up all across the board. That's why people don't have no real smoke for the Italians because the Italians like shit. We just gangsters and mobsters. We not real trying to be fascists and shit. we, we hate niggas
Wait,
like the rest
which
of you. That's what
Italians?
they literally
The
say.
born Italian or the Italian American though? Cause I gotta also there's probably I know there's no difference
Look,
though between them, but there is a difference
the
between them though.
there's a slight difference. See, they live in the old world, right? So I went to Italy over there. I was over there, and I was like, oh, y'all kind of different, but y'all kind of the same. When you look at them, their mannerisms are still the same. They may talk differently. It's a lot more older motherfuckers running shit over there. Over here,
Totally though.
you gotta be
Wait,
like
brother.
fucking 40s and shit. Over there, it's a lot of fucking old motherfuckers, like, old motherfuckers who handling their own business, like out there, and old motherfuckers and shit. Real
That's
Italian.
interesting though,
I
man.
was out there. That motherfucker made a soup for me right there on the spot. Like That's how
That's
ill these
interesting, man.
motherfuckers is.
The only place in
This
Italy
motherfucker
I've
came
ever
up to me. He
visited in my
started
life
measuring
though
me
was
and shit.
Venice. I
He
went
started.
to the city of Venice, the Venice city. No, the city of
Yeah,
Venice, though. Not the
yeah. That's
not the
Venice.
mainland,
That's
just
Venice. See,
basically the
Venice.
canals one.
I don't call Venice Italy. Venice is different. Those people different on that side of the block.
Oh yeah,
Like,
like the idea
like I
of
don't
it.
consider Sicilians. Sicilians is different too.
Oh, and the Romans too.
And
The Romans
Italy,
is their
Italy,
different
Italy
too.
is separated in the north and the south. You got poor people in the south. The north is where everybody getting money at.
What
But
about
down
the
south,
Romans though?
but in the south, everybody is broke. That's the
Oh wow,
difference.
man.
So when you
Yeah, I
go
guess
down
that's
there,
that's interesting, man. I get you on that though.
yeah, when you
Green
go
card.
down there, they all broke down there. That's where people, asking you for shit. When you up in the north, ain't nobody, everything closer to northern Europe, ain't no problems really up that way.
Yeah, I know. But
You
for
the
me,
further you
I
go
feel-
south, that's when you be like, damn, motherfuckers
yeah, but you
struggling.
know the
That's when you
idea.
you start being like, motherfuckers struggling. You get by Vesuvius and shit. You like, yeah, motherfuckers is struggling out this bitch.
Okay, that's interesting, man. I feel
Yeah.
you now. Because look,
That's where I
for me,
love. I love to go to the south where people poor, but it's nicer down there. It's got more um uh like woods and shit. You got nice shit. You can get some vintage shit out that bitch.
yeah, I feel you though. I mean, I've been Venice once though in my life though. I'm the first member of my family to ever go to Venice though. Literally, nobody in my family, literally,
I be like,
family, they have never been though. And that's just how it is though. Yeah, so that's kind
mm-hmm.
of, I'm the one to go to Venice and stuff like that. It was kind of good though, good experience and stuff like that. It's just like basically though. I think one time though, I think basically I did art in when I was doing GCSE. I did art though, and it was a trip though, school
I gotta get
organized though.
my ass back over to England though. I gotta go back over there.
Yeah, trust me though, in London though. London is known for chicken shops though. Literally go anywhere in London though, you'll literally find a chicken shop there though. Literally, man. Literally, you'll find a chicken
My
shop
man
there.
was out in Brixton. I used to go out there. And then I had a homie
South
out in
Brixton there, governor.
I had a dude in Lower Leeds.
Yeah, I heard. I'm not gonna generalize though. I just know some parts of Brixton that was really good, very rich and stuff. But then also I know you got rough parts of Brixton. But I heard though Brixton has a higher crime rate though, and it's more rougher down there in Brixton. The area I grew up
Yeah.
though is East London and stuff like that though. Because look, of
Okay.
course crime is there, but East London though is a bit of like it's like a mix, I guess though. You got too rough,
Yeah,
and then
I
you also
feel
got
like
like a decent
I
area.
feel like crime is everywhere. It's just a matter if you become a victim of some damn type of crime. I like I when I first got robbed is when I went to fucking Baltimore, Maryland. I never in my life in New York, all my life, I used to be walking around at 2 a.m. in the morning. Nobody ever did anything to me.
Wow, man.
Like
I'll be
nobody
real
ever
with you.
harmed us.
I have a
Nobody ever. You could go to the arcade 1 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning. It's Nathan's. Get you a Nathan's hot dog, play some games, and then ride your bike back home when they close at
wow.
like 2, 3 in the morning.
Wait, but Iraq, London, and New York, they're pretty much similar in a way. It's just that it's done differently. That's just how it
Yeah.
is, though. To be honest with you, though. I feel you on that, though. I'm very fortunate, though. I was just well protected and everything like that, though. That's why I have positive experience, though, when I go back there, though. Because literally, though, when I go back to London, I'm always feeling like I'm home all the time, though. Look, I don't mind where I live now, but I'm always going to be home when I go back there, though. Just basically, yeah, it's more like the vibe and stuff, the people, is more like a community type of thing though in general though when you go out in London and stuff like that. So like in Southeast though, like where I'm staying though, they don't have a community. It's just more closed off though, because it's just depending. It's like, it depends on which town it's the town I probably stay though. It's just there is a community, just a bit more closed off, and I think, just probably where the
Oh
better
no, we gotta
houses are
figure
and
it out.
stuff.
I ain't worried about no ICE. I seen ICE out here. Them motherfuckers don't bother me. I look right at the ICE dude. He looked me right in the eyes. I'm like, I smiled and waved my hand. He waved back. I was like, see, they can
Nah,
tell.
that's funny
They can
though.
tell who ain't no damn immigrant. They know.
Wait, but anyways, though, man, I'll be real with you though. When you said
I
if
ain't
I
never
came
worried.
over to
Let's let.
I've been there once. Sorry, I've been there once though
Against
in New
people.
York.
It is despicable.
Let's let them
Okay, that's
finish.
it. Okay,
We trying to
sorry.
get through these damn stories. You all right? Just gonna wipe them through. We gonna
Okay,
wipe. I
anyways,
told you
though.
when we done, we gonna be able to run our damn mouth. Wait, hold on. Listen to what she had to say. So apparently, Kevin Gates got married to Brittany Hamdu Allah, who probably became a new Muslim or something. I don't. After being what we would call in this country, I'm gonna
Similar
just say,
here
I'm
though,
gonna just
man.
say it, a horror, a horror. She was a horror, and now she, I guess, I don't know why she didn't go become a Jew, but anyway, there
Wait,
she
but
got
look,
is.
married
man.
April
I
6th
mean,
and
look,
divorced May 28th.
wait, sorry, I was just gonna say, look,
So you're
it's up,
divorced.
if she just to be
But
Muslim,
there is
that's
a
up to
90
her, though.
day
All I'm gonna say, I see what
waiting
you mean.
period in
I can't say
Islam
Yeah.
where
anything
it's
as much,
basically you
though,
have
man.
90
I
days to
got
see if you're
nothing to
pregnant
say.
because then he would be responsible,
This is
right?
crazy.
And then also in those 90 days, it's for reconciliation because Allah wants you to stay married. And then during those 90 days, you are not to like entertain anybody romantically. So what I will say is that Islam has made my life a lot easier. I think even with this transition and, things changing, honestly, it's like, I don't think anybody gets married to not stay married. So I think my biggest thing for me is this is a nice 90-day reset, just focusing on myself and pouring into myself. And what I also will add is that I followed my heart, and that's more than what most people can say in this world. And I have no shame in that. That's why I'm here. BET Awards. As you can see, I'm out here on this blacktop by myself.
Yeah, well,
Wow,
Wait,
this is
look,
the great. This is crazy right here, right? So she talk about, man, I don't know, man.
I don't know what
Allah.
this.
Hold on. Come here, Allah. Come here. Allah. I'm gonna have to talk to some of these gods. I'm gonna have to sit them down and be like, "What? You just letting anybody in the religion now, huh? That's what it
I
is."
mean, look. I guess everything happens because God lets it happen. And look, I guess it is what it is. Look, man, I'll be real with you, man. It's just not my position is to judge though. It's only, between her and God though. And I'm just, the only reason I'm not gonna say as much
Wow,
is because
look.
because I'll be real with you. The only reason
Me
is
and
that I'm
mine.
not gonna put.
They go me and
Oh, wait,
mine.
then. Oh, hey, me, welcome in. Sorry, I was just about to say also, though, is to me, though, man. The reason I'm not going to say as much, though, because I'm not going to call out to mean other people's sin, because myself, I could commit worse sins than the actual person. So I'm not going to say as much, though.
Now I'm
I'm going to
not
give
saying.
perspective here and there.
Hold up. I didn't say she committed a sin.
No, I know what you mean. I'm talking about in
I
general,
didn't
though.
say
I
she
was not
committed a
referring.
sin.
I, I'm not referring to you, man. You know that, though.
But
I
I
was
would
just saying
say
in
that
general, though, to me.
I would say to her, like, sis, to jump in a damn relationship with Kevin Gates from the beginning is wild. You talking about you keep having a 90-day reset, honey. Your reset was when you professed your love to Allah.
Mm-hmm. Wait, but look, though,
So
like, I guess,
now
though, like,
all of a
when she,
sudden you still out here. Oh
nah,
yeah,
basic.
I still got some video on that. I'm about to talk about that, me and Miles. We talked
Okay,
about it a
that's
little bit.
interesting. Oh, sorry,
We
man. I was
talked
just
about
about to say, though.
I'm talking to her about the situation that went down with that coward. And
Okay, that's interesting though, man. Anyways, I was just
that
about to tell you though, also though, man, is though, look, I get it though. Like, I guess though, for her, look, okay, look, when she embraced that though, look, your slate is clean though, because whatever you did in the past, that's in the past though. Your slate is clean though when you embrace the faith. That's one thing though. But then, I guess she responsible for herself though, and me and there's many other, not gonna say as much though. It's not whether she in or
yeah.
not, though. It's not basically in my position to say anything, man. Cause look, I'm just gonna leave it to her own devices though, and we'll see what happens next. Cause I get you on what you're trying to say though, and I ain't gonna deny what you're saying, man. I'm just
Oh,
being
did
real
you
on how
hear
I
this?
think too.
Wait, hold on. Trying to find
Mm,
that case real quick that was out there that happened recent that just happened the other night and fucking
okay.
think was it in Vegas?
That's
In
interesting,
Vegas.
man. Wait, okay. Anyways, though, that's interesting, man. Wait, look.
Oh hell. Hold on. Keep
Wait,
on
anyway.
talking. Keep on talking, bro. Oh,
Okay, so I was just
motherfucking
gonna.
what's your name? Yeah,
Oh,
keep
sorry.
going on, young man.
I was just about to say though, man, I feel her on what you say mixed type of feelings on this. I'm pretty much the same stance as me also though, mixed type of feeling on this type of situation or the one that you just played recently though. I'm mixed feelings on this type of thing though. I'm just keeping it 100 though, keeping it real though. That's just how I'm thinking though, man.
Oh yeah, yo, me and mines, man. Do you consider that was real beef? Me and mines, did y'all know those? I forgot to ask me. Did she know those YouTubers? Cause I was like, I don't, you know what I'm saying. But you never know. You run across characters out there in this YouTube
I heard
streets.
about it. Wow, man,
But
I'll be
it's
real
just
with you.
weird. It's just wild to me that a motherfucker would just trip out over losing followers. Cause I tried to find. Oh yeah, Kevin Gates is trash. You
Oh
saw
yeah,
that, right?
Kevin
Me,
Gates is the
me.
the only thing
Yo,
I know
we
from
just
Kevin
talked
Gates
about
though.
that.
I'll be real with you. The only song I know from Kevin Gates is Two Phones though. That's what the only thing I know from Kevin Gates. Before that, I didn't even know who was Kevin Gates before all of that though. I know I'm from that type of generation though, who just
His
kind of
songs
grew
are
up
like
from that though.
Indian
But I'm
pervert
way too
songs.
old school, man.
They
Man,
like
the only
Indian totem pole pervert songs. That's what his I call his music. He
what
always
song?
wrote. He's always worked. I said Indian totem pole, goofy music. That's what it is to me. Some of it's good.
Wait, like what you mean though in that type of way? Like I'm not really sure. I know some of it's good, but
Cause
could
he's
you
always thinking
elaborate?
about he has a thought in his head. It's always got to be phallic. If you know what the word phallic means,
Okay.
yeah, that's going on in his
Oh,
mind
so
all the time.
basically he's weird though. So basically in
Yeah,
simple
yeah,
terms, he's
yeah.
weird.
There's a lot of sexual perversion with him.
Okay, I feel you on
Yeah.
that though. Yeah, that is interesting though. Anyways, though, I do remember the one time, I think it was one stream that you're doing when you talked about the Carter Six or something like that and how disappointing it was. And you also
Oh
mentioned
yeah, that
about
was
like
very
Wayne has
disappointing.
not evolved that all though as an artist though. And he's basically, is he, I ain't hating no, but is he like 40 something and he's still doing the same thing he doing? Okay, that's one thing he doing what he doing though. But I can see where you're getting at with that.
Yeah, we wanted to see some growth. That's what we thinking. You sitting here, you getting mad about, oh, you got snubbed at the Super Bowl. Like, bro, where what all that time? This is what you brought to the table? Like you didn't go say,
Yeah,
yo, let me
it's not just his music though. It's just
yeah,
also not just
look,
the how he looks though. It's just like I've heard
wait,
that basically people saw how he
nah,
basically
me.
acted
It
at the
wasn't no
Grammy
real
though.
beef. It wasn't no
Okay.
real beef. Everybody said the same thing. He was losing followers. This brother became the quintessential dude, the go-to dude out there in Vegas. basically.
Well,
No
I
real
probably
beef.
feel the
No
wait, but do
real.
you actually feel okay? Sorry, I feel like in
No,
my
we was
opinion,
talk. We
though.
was talk.
Sorry, bro. I was just gonna say this quickly. In my opinion, I probably see what she getting at. Though I was probably gonna say there could be like a little bit some elements. Though there can be a little. It's not like I know what you mean. It's not real beef, but do you think there's a little bit of some elements of it being real? But the
Look,
way he reacted, though,
now
the way the
this is
guy who
what
did
we.
what he did overreacted, though. I agree
Hold
with
on.
you.
Let me go where I already know. See, this is what I already know is that same Latino guy pepper sprayed Finney the legend or whatever his name is. Finney, no R.I.P. to that brother. No disrespect. I'm trying to make sure. I think it's Finney the legend. They pepper sprayed that Latino pepper sprayed Finney the legend's wife, Bubbles. This happened like almost like in 2023. Because there's a brother who was in the hospital who said, that's his right hand man. He would have been right there with him. And yeah, this motherfucker was riding around. There's a video of this motherfucker riding around looking for them. Talking about my two favorite fans, and I'm dying to meet you. Now he up in court trying to talk about self-defense. Man, if he don't get the fuck out of here, man, putting the energy out there, universe.
Well, man, I feel you, and I agree with you. I'm just trying to understand, from what what me saying. I see where she's coming from, but I see where you're coming from also, though. I'm just,
Yeah.
trying to wonder.
He pepper sprayed that man's wife already back in 2023. Yeah, in the car, right, me and Mons? Yep, you got him. Yep, he riding around, talking all this shit.
Okay.
His ass got to go down. Already
Wait,
said
that's
that
interesting.
shit. You thinking
Sorry.
that's how you supposed to live and conduct yourself on YouTube, nigga?
Wow, man. Sorry, I
And you
didn't know.
40
This is
and you
best.
41. You ain't like you a little 26-year-old nigga riding around doing this and you ain't thinking right and you drinking, nigga. You 41.
Okay.
What the fuck
Sorry.
is wrong? I mean,
Okay,
good
no, stop.
Lord,
Okay,
bro.
chill out.
R.I.P. to that brother and his wife, man.
Okay, anyways, I was just about to say, yeah,
I
same
was
here.
shocked when I saw
RIP.
that video. I didn't know what I was watching on TikTok. I didn't know what I was watching. Cause when she was like, "Oh my God, no, you not," then I saw the motherfucker point the gun and I saw the light. I was like, "Damn, did he just shoot this woman?" And then it
Okay,
fell
man,
on the
I got
ground.
you. Okay, wait, but look, I'll be real with you, man. No, this is the first time
He
though
gonna
that
be
I've heard
trolling.
about this today, though. This is the first time though that
Yeah,
I've
here it is.
actually
Hold
heard
on,
about this type of
look.
thing.
Yo, check it out right there. I ain't really want. You can't see it.
This
It's
morning,
blurry, but
police
there it
trying to
is.
track down a gunman who opened fire on the famous Las Vegas Strip overnight, leaving at least 2 people dead. The chaos sending terrified tourists scrambling to get out of harm's way. Las Vegas police saying it
That
might have
was a no
stemmed from an
tourist. That
online
was
dispute.
her.
The department says officers on patrol in the area
That
immediately
was
ran
her.
towards the
I
gunfire.
was
They
shocked
found
at
2
first.
victims
I
who
didn't
were
know
laying
that was
on the
her at
sidewalk,
first.
suffering from apparent gunshot wounds. Our officers rendered medical aid to both victims, but their efforts to save those victims' lives were unsuccessful.
Yeah, that was her last words. Are you fucking kidding me? Yup. That's like fucked up. What type of world we in like that, y'all? Where like that's gonna be your last fucking words, bro. You like, what the fuck? When I saw it on TikTok, see, I got the full video, but I was like, ain't no way I can play that shit on no damn YouTube. Cause I had got it when I first saw it on TikTok. I was like, what is this shit? Cause I just downloaded it as soon as I saw it. And I was like, and then I started sending it to other people, like, yo, what the hell is this? And people like, oh shit. They're like, yo, they taking that shit down quick. And we was like, damn. Because I think I got it. Freak had it. Freak played the whole thing over there on TikTok. I didn't. I was like, well, I'm not going to replay that shit. I was shocked. Because you see him, her husband, he tries to stop him with the gun. It's crazy, yo. It was like, wow. And you just see that shit. And bro just go backwards, yo. And then he turned it right on her. It was crazy. Yeah. So it
Oh,
was
sorry.
crazy.
Let's see.
It was
Okay, then.
crazy. She look, this is out there in your neck of the woods. Wait, or is it out? Oh, shit, let's see.
The alleged killer of 14-year-old Daniel Angerin was a flat Earth
Yeah, it's in your
conspiracy
neck of the
theorist
woods.
inspired by Elon
Okay,
Musk,
that's
who court has
interesting,
heard.
man.
Did you
Marcus
hear about
Arduini
this?
Monzo allegedly
No,
smiled
this
after
is the
slashing a
first time
pedestrian's
I've heard,
neck
man.
during a rampage that left the teenager dead. He had reportedly told a woman before
I've
the
heard
alleged
about
attacks
stuff
that we
that
live
goes
under a
on
dome
like that,
controlled
but
by
this is the
evil
first
lizard
time about this
aliens.
situation I'm
Monzo is
hearing, though,
accused of
man. I'll be
murdering
real with
Daniel
you.
and attempting to kill 4 others in northeast London last April. He denies the charges.
Yeah, you didn't hear about that? He
I probably didn't.
He unalarmed that young brother and all of them. Oh, terrible, man.
I know that is terrible, man. I'll be real with you. But you know, I've heard about situations that go on like that, but this particular situation is the first time I'm hearing this though. It's not that I don't hear it though or know if it's going on. I'm very well aware. It's just that, you know, in my home, right? My mother just basically the advice I was just given is just rarely check in though, just balance it, man. I rarely check the news though, because you know what the news is like though, man. So that's why I rarely check it.
She had, and choosing that name when I first took Shahada, I was 19 years old, and
Oh, you saw that?
Yeah.
terrorists and stuff.
This video though I sent you, man.
For a lot, and we all have to struggle to please Allah. We have to struggle.
Yeah, I see. I got the brother.
Okay, this is my favorite rapper. His name's Young Teflon. No, Young Teflon. No, this is the guy I listen to. Basically, you know, I told you he's Muslim. No, like he said, half his family is Christian, half is Muslim. He grew up a Christian, but then he became Muslim himself, though, and that's what he did.
But there you go. It be like that sometimes. It be just like that. My boy, what's the name? He got the hell up out of here. Where is he? Yeah, he said, fuck that. Look, it's tough out here in these fucking right now, shit is I don't know if people understood what Trump meant, man. I'm just saying, like, no disrespect to anybody. I don't think some of these people understood.
Anyways, though, when you actually saw the video and stuff like that I sent you, though, what do you actually think, though, about what he was saying? What he said was valid, though.
Yo,
Literally.
right? Wait, hold on. Me and Ma, he does got an image. Look, poor young brother. That's crazy. That's how the universe be, like trying to tell them something over there. Remember when she was running on The Color Purple at the end? She's like, God is trying to tell you something. God is trying to tell you something. You got to get up there and tell the ass something. And sometimes, hey, it's out
Look,
there.
man, I feel you on that, though. Wow, man, that's out though. I'm so sorry to hear that, man. Wallah, man. Wow.
Crazy. We're going to try
That
to get
is
through
crazy,
these stories. We're going to try to get through these stories real quick. We ain't going to try to waste that much time. Because we got some stuff we got to drop on that ass. Got to drop it on that ass. Because let's go to a little bit of schooling real quick. There we go.
California was stolen from Mexico. All right, let's fact check this. So up until 1821, Mexico wasn't Mexico. It was New Spain. And you know why it was called New Spain? Because Spain ruled that area from 1521 to 1821. And 1821 marked the end of the Mexican War of Independence. And in 1821, states like California, Arizona, parts of Wyoming, Utah, Texas, Nevada were all owned by Mexico. But before you jump to a conclusion, hold up, wait a minute, something's not right. But in 1846, during the Mexican-American War, American settlers in California staged the Bear Flag Revolt, declaring an independent California republic just the way Texas did. And that Mexican-American War only lasted 2 years, from 1846 to 1848. But then, in the year 1848, the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo ended the war. And Mexico ceded California, Arizona, Nevada, Utah, parts of Colorado, Texas, and parts of Wyoming to the United States in exchange, get ready, for $15 million. No, but it was stolen. No, it was purchased. In 1850, California was instituted as the 31st state of the United States as part of the Compromise of 1850. And just in case that explanation wasn't enough, when I purchase a car from someone else, the moment that I sign my signature on the pink slip, that property is mine. That previous owner has no more ties to that vehicle. From the moment that money was exchanged, a purchase was complete, put into the DMV on writing, that person renounced their ownership. Not because it was stolen.
There you go. See, a lot of people don't go to school. A lot of people don't get educated. You got people talking about, man, California belongs to the Mexicans. No, it don't. It belongs to us. We paid them, we fought them, and then they paid, and they gave up fair and square. We paid, and that was it. That's it. You're not gonna come back trying to get a renege on that shit, bro. What is y'all talking about?
Wow, man.
A lot of people think like all this shit was no, it wasn't even Mexico at that time. There were already indigenous people still about the areas. So when they try to tell you that whole bullshit, I'm like, nah, it was never Mexico.
Which
It was
is like Mexico,
it was just a
basically.
whole bunch of shit, and then the white people came through like they always do, chopped that shit up and turned it into states.
Wait, but you know,
Depending on where niggas was fleeing to. That's right.
Wow, that's interesting, man. Wait, but anyways, I gotta go, man, because look, before I go, I gotta say this quick though. I agree
Oh, do
with
your
you. So
thing, my
just like,
boy. Do your
okay,
thing, my boy.
so basically, before I go, I was gonna say that basically, I kind of see what you're getting at. That's just like Pakistan. You know, actually, Pakistan was the concept of the Pakistani nation was created in 1933, not 1947. 47 is the declaration, though. So basically, the official confirmation and recognition of the land of Pakistan, though. But actually, you know, the concept originally started in 1933 because they wanted to call it Pak and Stan, though, which means pure and land, though. Because Pak is pure, Stan is land in their language, and basically the name means land of the pure and spiritual. That's what their full name means, though. Because the name Pakistan is not really an ancient name, though. It's just basically that recently came, though. The Persian language was originally spoken there as well, and the Persian language culture was influenced there, though. That's why, you know, it's not just like them being Muslim now. It's also though they had because it's a multi-diverse land. No, it's just that the lands that became Pakistan, some of them were basically Persian influenced, though.
There you go. There you go. Young Riaz dropping us that knowledge from that side of the block, letting you know what's ready to get you and ready to rock. Yo, what you gonna be doing tomorrow, Young Riaz?
Probably gonna chill out. Gonna probably go to school though tomorrow. Gonna go to the college tomorrow, though, man.
Shit,
And I
it's
did
only
probably
gonna be
go.
getting hotter and hotter out this bitch.
Yeah, I know, man. I'll be real with you. Anyway, though, is I think I told you September I might do a community-based coach because I'm supposed to do a course though that's supposed to move me up from what I'm doing though. So that work experience course I'm doing currently, second year, supposed to move up though to another one, which means I work outside and they'll support me though. They decided not to let me go. It's not that they did not want me or rejected. They said they don't want to set me up for failure because certain skills that I don't possess here and stuff like that though. They just felt like, look, you know, we can see where you're strong at, but you're so weak in certain points, though. So we suggest they offered me an alternative, though. So I accepted the alternative because I did not let that get me down, man. Because look, if one option didn't work, take another one, though. They offered me something good, so I just took what they got. So what I'm gonna do is with this community-based thing that my dad's gonna do is he talked to them, though, and he said, look, they'll probably give me a taste today and see how well it goes, and then also basically I'll get a place in September, hopefully. So I'll probably leave
Okay.
college by then. So it's like
Take
about
your best
5 years.
foot and put it forward, little homie. That's all you gotta do. You just maintain and let it go from there. Let's get to this
Absolutely,
show.
I agree with you. Okay.
The world's most followed TikTok star KB Lame has just left the US after being detained by ICE. The 25-year-old Italian influencer, born in Senegal, was picked up by
That was
immigration
fucked
agents
up.
at
They
Las
got
Vegas
the
airport on
homie.
June 6th.
And yeah,
ICE
he
says
just
KB
got up and
overstayed his
bounced. He
visa
like,
after
fuck
entering
that.
the country back in April. He was granted voluntary
He shouldn't have
departure, which
overstayed
means he
his
left the
visa.
country on
Like,
his own
bro,
terms
why
instead
didn't
of
you
being
just
deported.
go down
The
there?
news first surfaced thanks to conservative influencer Bo Loudon, who claimed
It's
he
like,
reported
damn,
KB
little
and even
homie,
posted a
like,
screenshot from the ICE database. But as of now,
oh,
KB's name no longer appears in the system.
did they say that white boy ratted on him? But anyway, look, that brother should have just not overstayed his damn visa. Like, if y'all have like a visa, bro, remember that shit. That should be like some shit. You be like, oh shit, I gotta go do this shit. That shit ain't like waiting on some other shit, your license, other shit. Nah, you gotta go get that shit. That ain't even like you, man. Look, just get that shit done. That shit is crazy, bro. Young Riaz, salute. That's the little homie. But yeah, the homie, he out here. He too. That's what I was gonna say. Et tu, Brute. You don't go get your motherfucking license, your visa updated, so you over here making good money. But I guess you like, fuck it, I'd rather just go back to Italy. Cause I guess he's good on money right now, you would think. Yeah, there was this one lady, she tried to blame black people for the fucking she was trying to blame black people for the damn oh no. What? Yeah, oh yeah, we should have because I want to keep those short. Yo, no doubts. Have a good one, little homie. Take it easy. Let's go.
And a lot of brothers and sisters are not only saying, hey, that's not our issue or problem, but they're also remembering how a lot of the immigrants in general have talked real down to FBAs and also other Americans. They called us all kind of names about the way we work and all kind of other things, like they doing us a favor by coming over here. I want you to hear what this sister has to say.
I'm talking to all Americans, okay? Taxpayers. This is why I always say, with ICE and DHS, this is not our fight. Let them do their job. Because if y'all see and hear the things that these people say about America, especially Black America, the things that they say, they talk about our American kids like they are zombies. They act like they not even worth getting a job, going to school, nothing. And I keep trying to tell y'all, they never liked America. They are here to use us for our resources.
We saw all the Death to America songs.
And it's thousands of them. Thousands. And I'm telling you, what they said to me was way worse than what black or white in America have ever said to me.
They sit up here and tell us, we're building your country. We're building your homes. We're doing it. Like, wait. Why didn't you build those homes and build the country that you came from? You're swinging a foreign flag in America. But yet when Donald Trump and them want to give you a ticket to go back to the place and you waving the flag, right? You don't want to be there. You're fighting not to go. In LA, I'm looking at some of the live streams. They coming out protesting and they're swinging a Mexico flag, not an American flag. Not saying, hey man, I contribute to this country just as much as anybody else. I'm an American. No. They're not swinging an American flag. They're swinging foreign flags. And like I said, I don't know what is it in their heads that say that's good optics, but that's people that don't understand optics either, right? Because they never had to. If you want to stay somewhere, then you say, I'm a part of that nation. You don't be swinging another country's flag, because that makes the people of this country say, oh, well, yeah, you need to go back over there then.
There you go. Because we see that shit like, this motherfucker's foreign. Why the hell am I sitting here with a foreign motherfucker trying to help him overthrow my own country? That's like the weirdest shit ever. I know that shit be working for niggas when they watch those old Gundams where Amuro be like, come on, I'll help you. No, it ain't even Amuro. It's the other niggas later on who just be like all off the meters. Emotional niggas. Amuro know who to stand with. I forget. Amuro did know, like, nigga, all right, I'm with the Federation. Fuck you, Shaw. Even though he teamed up with that nigga in later Gundams. But it was always like off the hinge niggas with female names like Camille. Camille, he'd be like, who says it's a girl's name? He used to always like get mad because niggas said Camille. Oh, you're Camille? The nigga would always try to fight. As soon as niggas would say, oh, you're Camille, the nigga was always pissed off about having a girl's name. It's the funniest shit, yo. That's in a fucking anime, bro. The nigga is like, as soon as niggas say his name, that nigga is on niggas. I knew niggas like that back in the hood. Niggas end up with a fucked up girl name. That nigga is trying to knock niggas the fuck out all the time. Them niggas dangerous. Is Uncle Phil done? Yeah, he was. Well, we ain't gonna even be here. Wait, what time is it almost? Oh yeah, I'm out of this bitch, y'all. Let me see. Wait, I got one. Cause Black Alpha dropping right now. Let me get out of here. Oh yeah, let me just let y'all see her. Look, I should try to blame black people and shit.
Don't get violent. Those are not the people that are coming out to protest immigration. What we've seen, so let me tell you. Okay, so last night when I talked to the sheriff, he had told me the situation in Paramount was under control. The people that were peacefully protest have left. The situation was now across the street into the Compton area, and this was the unruly.
You said black. Yo, y'all have a great one, yo. What is tomorrow? Nah, we probably won't be through then. Catch y'all like, we probably do some gaming. But I'll be back on Thursday for the Thursday drop. Let me see, make sure I got the right sound. No.
You know.
Oh. There it is. Wait, what the hell? What the hell? What in the hell is going on around here, boy? Yeah. Okay, something is wrong here. Now, I don't know what they done did, but yeah. There we go.
Yeah. Pork, rinds, grits, and gravy. You know how the old folks say, oh Lord save me. By the way, give a little whiskey to the babies. Hot sauce, pork rinds, grits and gravy. Pork rinds, grits and gravy. You know how the old folks say, oh Lord save me. By the way, give a little whiskey to the babies. Hot sauce, pork rinds, grits and gravy. Yeah, pork rinds, grits and gravy. Yeah, grits and gravy. Grandma hold it down on the porch, barbecue, pig feet, pass me the hot sauce. Uncle Ben got a shotgun, double barrel, you won't pay the price. Living in the country, living the life. New York City's my wife, downtown's my mistress. I love fried eggs, ham and biscuits, and cutlass drop, Cadillac convertibles. Lincolns, we cut off the top, the block, we run the streets, we set up shop, it's all gravy, grits and pork chops, we on top, hops and barley, man, we see purple like Barney, man, it's funny how on falls there's pigs and chickens, and the streets got pigs and chickens, I ain't saying nothing wrong about cops and women, but if the shoe fits, wear it, y'all, you know the doggone bra, he ain't even scared of y'all, I'ma keep walking, I ain't scared to fall, when I know most of y'all scared to crawl, with the strength of a giant might scale a wall, singing Negro hymns like Mahalia, y'all. Pork rinds, grits and gravy. You know how the old folks say, oh Lord save me. By the way, give a little whiskey to the babies. Hot sauce, pork rinds, grits and gravy.
The Hambo, have you heard? I put most of these herbs head straight to the curb. They went flipping the birds, you know, but I did it all with a banjo, straw hat, overalls, and a pair of sandals. Smoking Winston Lights, Salems and Camels. Yelling, hurry up, boy, load up my ammo. Orange hat, jumpsuit, color of camel. 4 wheels, see if you can handle it. You ain't got fire, just enough to light a candle with. You ain't a builder, I wouldn't never hand you bricks. I hear them chirping, chirping, chirping. Without my pork rinds, grits and gravy, I have a fit like a baby. Might even come around and have to pick up your lady and take her somewhere that's shady, but not under poplar trees and strange fruit. Part of the civil rights movement, I done found my roots. That's why I'm trying to find the truth. Only want that real shit when I come up and spit in the booth. Eat it up, regurgitate it, give it to you. Pork rinds, grits and gravy, I see you at the barbecue. Yeah, I see you at the barbecue. Yeah, yeah.
Pork rinds, grits and gravy. You know how the old folks say, oh Lord save me. By the way, give a little whiskey to the babies. Hot sauce, pork rinds, grits and gravy. Pork rinds, grits and gravy. You know how the old folks say, oh Lord save me. By the way, give a little whiskey to the babies. Hot sauce, pork rinds, grits and gravy.
God, the dead has arisen.
I've had enough bad luck. Keep me laughing the rest of my